What is going on, YouTube? Thammagotcha here, and in this video we are going to be checking out if Swampert is the king of PvP, and also we're doing ELO reveal at the end of the video. So after all these battles, we're going to check out the ELO range that I'm going to be starting at in Season 13. So let's hop into these battles and check out how good Swampert can really be. Noctowl into Stunfisk. Okay, gotta get out of here right away. Going straight into the Sableye. They bring out a Tropius, and haven't seen this thing in so long. Actually, I think since Flying Cup. Like, this thing hasn't been used in forever. So they throw the Leap Blade. That's okay. We're gonna be getting off this foul play. See what my opponent really wants to do here. They end up shielding that foul play, which is quite fine by me. I'm gonna shield this up, just because I know I can make it to a second foul play. And if they want to double shield, that is completely fine by me. Noctowl up his shield should be able to take that Stunfisk matchup. So, and we're going to get a nice farm down here. We're going to have loaded energy. We don't have to worry about the Leap Blade or the Aerial Ace. We can take all these matchups just fine. Gonna take this Leap Blade, no problem. Back in comes the Stunfisk. Gonna be throwing the Shadow Ball just to get some damage off here. Then I'm gonna bring in the Swampert. Out comes a Sableye. And I know one Earthquake is not gonna KO. So I'm gonna shield up the foul play, farm up to the back-to-back and some. Throw off this Hydro Cannon. That almost takes out the Sableye. Through a one more mud shot. And this is going to be saying left, right, good night, Sableye. Just so we can get to another Hydro Cannon against that Stunfisk. Left, right, almost good night, Stunfisk. And that's going to be a good game. Well played to my opponent there. Hopping into the next match. Absolutely beautiful lead with the Trevenant. Out comes their own Noctowl. And I don't have a very solid response to this. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to chip it with a Sky Attack of my own, and then I'm going to come in with Swampert, because I know Swampert versus Trevenant matchup is not very good. But if you guys stick around later in the battles, you'll see Swampert take out a full health Trevenant with only one shield. So check that out. We throw the Hydro Cannon off. That is not enough to take down Noctowl. It is so bulky. So I'm going to have to throw another Hydro Cannon here just so they don't Sky Attack us. And we can keep alignment with the Noctowl on the Trevenant. So they decide not to farm up enough energy here. That's just completely fine by me. I'm going to bring back in the Noctowl after the switch clock timer goes down. Out comes that Medicham, and it is just RPS from here. So if I didn't throw that Sky Attack at the start of the matchup to chip that Noctowl a little bit, the Noctowl could have very well taken that Swampert matchup. So be sure to do that. I'm going to no-shield this because I know I live another Ice Punch. It's just a power-up punch. That is absolutely amazing. And we have loaded energy, and the opponent quits the match. So GG's there. Going to be hopping into the next match. Sableye to Noctowl. This is a pretty good matchup for Noctowl. We can take a return. We can take foul plays all day. We resist the Shadow Claws. So that is just amazing. Gonna throw the Sky Attack here, and I'm gonna be no shielding this just because we can survive the return. They throw the foul play bait. That is great. Out comes an Altaria. So like last game, I'm gonna throw the Sky Attack, chip this thing, come in with my Sableye this time though. So definitely don't want to take the Swampert on the Altaria. So gonna take the Sky Attack, and then I'm gonna farm up a lot of energy here. Farming up to the back-to-back foul play. See what my opponent wants to do. They no shield that, and we're able to Shadow Claw down. Have another foul play locked and loaded. Sableye comes in. Now we're going to be able to chip that Sableye very, very nicely. And be able to come back in with that Noctowl. Out comes a Skarmory, and the switch clock timer is not up yet. Oh no! So I'm forced to shield this Sky Attack here, just so I can get off this Shadow Ball. So my opponent... and now I can just outpace to another Shadow Ball. That is absolutely amazing. If my opponent wants to expend the shield, they do not. So I decided to bring in the Swampert. I'm going to take this Sky Attack because I know a return would do a lot more damage to a Swampert than a Sky Attack would. Out comes a Sableye, and we're almost at the back-to-back Hydro Cannons to take this thing out. We had one more mud shot. Now we're at the back-to-back. First one coming through, gonna be getting the shield. The second one come through. This is gonna be saying left, right, good night, Sableye, and that's gonna be a good game. Well played to my opponent there. Now we're gonna be hopping into the next match. This is the match we were talking about. Gosh awful lead. Walrien into Noctowl. Gonna be swapping out into my Sableye immediately. Throwing the foul play here. That gets shielded, which is a little bit weird. I think my opponent wants to ensure that they win switch advantage. So I have to shield back, and I get baited so hard with the Icicle Spear. And this is just another Icicle Spear. Out comes their own Sableye, and I farm up to 2 foul plays. Sableye is absolute beast on safe swap. Coming in with the second foul play. This is probably going to be getting the last shield. I bring back in the Noctowl. And I'm going to go for a very, very big farm down. A very, very big farm down. Not going to shield this return either. That almost KOs me, but Noctowl lives. And honestly, if I would have shielded that, we could have gotten off 2 sky attacks here to take out this Walrien. And you'll see what is in the back. A Trevenant! Come on, man! We're going to get off this Earthquake, which is going to do some nice damage. And then all we have to do is catch the Seed Bomb like a mad lad. Oh my gosh. That takes out the Sableye. We have to shield up this Seed Bomb, and their energy dries so I can count to 3, 1, 2, 3. I didn't want to do 4 just in case I had 1 extra. So the Hydro Cannon says left, right, good night, Trevenant. But Walrien has a move. Oh. We live, and we get the Hydro Cannon off. Does this KO the Walrien? Yes, it does. Left, right, good night, and that's a great game. Swampert coming in from the brinks of destruction to win it all. Hopping into the next match here, we have Noctowl into Swampert. So the Shadow Swampert, 2 Hydro Cannons is going to be enough to KO the Noctowl, whereas you need 3 with the regular. So I'm going to no-shield that Hydro Cannon, see what they want to do. They come in with the Skarmory. I come in with the Sableye here. I'm going to let the first Sky Attack go through because it's not threatening. And then I'm going to farm up to the almost the back-to-back foul plays again. Getting the first one off on good move timing. Going to throw 3 Shadow Claws. Throwing on CMP, seeing what my opponent wants to do. They no-shield that left, right. Good night. Out comes their own Sableye. They get a nice little farm down. But I have energy loaded on my Noctowl, but I bring in the Swampert here. Gonna be able to outpace, no, throw before and win CMP. And my opponent is throwing a foul play, but I know a Hydro Cannon from the Swampert is gonna do a lot more damage than it's gonna do than a foul play is. So I decided to let it go. I bring the Noctowl in. Gonna try to get to double Sky Attack here, but my opponent outpaces me here. They would have won CMP, so I'm going to shield this, farm up a little bit more energy, and honestly a Sky Attack from this health range would have done it, but I decided to throw the Shadow Ball, and that could be my demise here as Sableye wins CMP against Noctowl. The question is, can Swampert farm down? Yes, we can, and we take that game 5-0 victory. Hopping into the next set here, Noctowl into Stunfisk. Garbage lead, gotta get out of here. Not garbage, actually. If you have a high attack stat Noctowl, you can actually win that in the 1 shield. So you do need a little bit of energy advantage. I bring in the Sableye. They chip us with the Rock Slide and bring in a Pelipper. Pelipper actually got the wing attack buff, so it is pretty good now. It is pretty glassy, as you'll see. A foul play does a lot of damage from a Sableye. That does a lot. And from here, I'm just going to shield and farm down with the Sableye. Have so much loaded energy, but Sableye with energy is dangerous because those foul plays really do hurt. And this Stunfisk is energy dry, so I farm up to the back-to-back foul plays. That does some nice damage. They bring in a Shadow Swampert. I don't know, maybe to snipe, but that doesn't work. Oh my gosh, I bring in the Noctowl. And that foul play does so much damage. Oh, it was taking out half the health here. Gonna take a Hydro Cannon just fine. And then we throw the Sky Attack just before they reach the next Hydro Cannon here. And it doesn't take us out. That is absolutely amazing. So now the Swampert farms down their opposing Swampert. We get to the Hydro Cannon before that Stunfisk is able to reach the EQ. And that is going to be saying left, right, good night, Swampert, and a GG's. By the way, that EQ would not have KO'd anyways, so we had that game. Umbreon lead. Two very bulky mons battling it out. So it's 4 to the first foul play. Then it's 3 to their next one. So I'm going to throw on the third Snarl here, just to ensure that I'm going to be able to sneak my next wing attack here. So very nice plays by me. Throwing on optimal move timing, throwing one wing attack, and then the next foul play so they do not, or sorry, next sky attack, so they do not sneak a Snarl through, because if they sneak a Snarl through, that is going to be the tipping edge to who wins that matchup. They bring in a Frostlass, I swap my Sableye, and they bring in a Medicham like a freaking mad lad, and Sableye is gonna have this game on lockdown. Gonna not shield this up because an Avalanche would do so much more than an Ice Punch will, and I'm gonna throw right on CMP here, see what my opponent wants to do. Left, right, good night, Medicham, and they're saving both of their shields for the Frostlass. Gonna be shielding this one up because I have a boatload of energy here. And I'm gonna throw one foul play, and then I'm gonna dip out of here because I know I won't be able to reach the second one before they farm me all the way down. So I decide to bring in the Swampert here. Gonna be getting off this Hydro Cannon right before they get to the Avalanche. This is going to be tight. I'm going to let the first one go. It's not the Shadow Ball, and we have this game in the bag. Going to be shielding up this next Avalanche. If they would have went Shadow Ball there, that would have been a different game. So Hydro Cannon going to be coming in. Left, right, good night, Frostlass, and that's going to be a good game. Well played to my opponent there. So now we're going to be hopping into the next match, a Ferrothorn, and where the heck has this thing been in time? Because I have not seen this thing in forever. Oh, I guess with all the flying types, this is the only grass type that can actually do something. So I'm going to try and call a Power Whip bait, but they throw the Thunder, and oh my gosh, that does so much damage. Out comes a Lantern, in comes a Swampy Boy, and let's see what the Lantern can do against a Swampert. I am going to be farming up, throwing on CMP here, no baiting here, going straight for the EQ, left, right, good night, Lantern, and oh my gosh, and we outpaced the next Hydro Cannon. This was a CMP tie. That does some nice chip damage on the Ferrothorn. This Power Whip is going to be knocking, oh, they undercharge that very nicely, so they get one more Bullet Seed. I'm going to be coming in with the Noctowl here, just going to throw the Sky Attack so they don't get to another move. Then I'm swapping out right away into my Sableye. Out comes a Toxicroak, so a very spicy team from my opponent here. Gonna be throwing the foul play. That gets the shield. Look at the counter damage. Everybody, that's resisted counter damage onto the Sableye here. Like, oh my gosh. Toxicroak is just showing how beastly it can be. But we're at the back-to-back foul plays. The first foul play is probably going to be in the shield. The second foul play, if we have outpaced, which we did, is going to be saying left, right, good night, Toxicroak, and get out of here with your spice. So hopping into the next matchup, Noctowl and the Pidgeot, kind of an awkward matchup because I think the Pidgeot kind of outpaces to the Feather Dance. But I'm going to throw my Sky Attack right away just so we do not get debuffed. That Sky Attack goes through. Very nice to see it not get shielded. I'm going to no shield this, and it's a Brave Bird, and that does so much damage, but out comes a Stunfisk. And I know this is an Earthquake, so I'm definitely going to be shielding this up. Great shield on my end. Then I'm going to farm up more energy, and I'm going to throw right here. Maybe you should have thrown the Earthquake, but it's okay. I'm going to throw another Hydro Cannon before they reach their next Earthquake, and they decide to shield that. That is beautiful. So in my head, now I can shield, I can farm down, and have so much energy, and Swampert with energy is a freaking monster. Nobody wants to deal with it, and I have loaded energy on my Noctowl. Back in comes their own Noctowl. I'm going to be throwing a Sky Attack. No, sorry, they're Pidgeot, and I'm hoping I can outpace. Yes! 1 HP in a dream, baby, and Noctowl takes out the Pidgeot. The opponent wants nothing to do with that, and that's going to be a good game. Well played. I think this is the last match, but opposing Noctowl, out comes a Lantern, and do they respect the Earthquake? Do they? I'm going to go straight for the Earthquake. No baiting here. They do not respect it. Left, right, good night, Lantern. And oh my gosh, here we go. We have a game. Back in comes a Noctowl. I'm going to be shielding up this Sky Attack here, just so I can get some damage off here. Gonna be throwing the Hydro Cannon right away as soon as I get it, and now I'm gonna be swapping back into my Noctowl to do kind of a combo play, throw the Hydro and then throw the Sky Attack, kind of throw them off guard here. And they are staying in, so it kind of makes me think they're weak to Noctowl in the back. But we're gonna be able to reach this next Sky Attack. Hopefully that... Oh my gosh, they decide to shield that. The Mad Lad. What the heck is going on here? Gonna be throwing another Sky Attack. They must be super weak, but it's a G-Fisk. Well, you could have saved your shields for G-Fisk. I don't know what happened there, but my opponent kind of messed up royally. Going another beautiful 5-0, and that is going to be the end. There is the ELO, starting at 23-01. A beautiful start to the season. Maybe we can hit veteran tomorrow. Who knows? Let's see. So thank you all so very much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button if you are liking the content, because there's going to be a lot more videos where this came from, and it really helps with the channel. So if you haven't already, do that. And if you're liking the content, please hit that like button. Comment if you guys want to see anything in the future, and like always, I will see everybody in the next video.